Hello folks, I know I just showed you this book on a previous video, but I want to show you some of the details of this book. It really, I was so excited to get going and making this because of all the details that I put into it. One of the companies that I used for the details and the embellishments in this book was Wplus9 Studio, which is new for me. I've never used this company before. I've never used their product before. And this one, what I really liked was, here's the stamp set, and then here are the dies that you can stamp and then cut out, which was really super cool. I really enjoyed this this whole little package together. I love the little birds with the leaves and the branches and the words. So I figured I would give you a little tour of the book and show you exactly where I use them and how I use them. A lot of people see these sets and they think, oh, I'm just going to make cards, I'm just going to do a small little something, a tag or something. But I really took this opportunity to say, you know what, let's think outside the box, let's do something different with them. And that's what I did in my book. So I'm going to show you really quick. I'm going to go through the book and just show you the areas where I used that set and how I used it. And then I'll give you a quick little demo on how I did that. So here in the front here you can see the little stamp that I used, and it sits on top of my flower die. And it says tons and tons, and it has the little hearts on there. So that was a simple way to use one of the stamps. But you come inside the book, and on the first page here you can see that I had a tag from Maya Road, and I stamped it with the little small leaf die there. I put my own little word that said hi on there, and then I cut out one of the bigger birds with the die and I sat it behind the tag. So there's one area that I actually used it in my book that I really think came out adorable. And the other area that I'm very excited about is on the back, almost the back page here. This one here. Love this little tag. This little base came from the collection that I used to actually create the book, and it was a Fancy Pants collection. But I wanted to kind of give it a little more embellishment, so I did add my own words. But there is one of the little birds that was cut out and stamped, and then there is one of the leaves, the bigger leaves, that was cut out and stamped. So here is that bigger leaf that I used, and then the bigger bird. Actually, I can't remember if it was the smaller one or the bigger one. But look how cute that is. That's absolutely adorable. So you can use these in your books that you create, in your altered art, your scrapbook pages. Super cool. And I have to show you this one. I absolutely love the way this one came out. The base circle there is something I had in my stash of stuff left over. And once again, the pink background came from the actual line of paper, the Fancy Pants. It was a punch out from the 6x6 pad of paper. But on top of that, I added, you can see, I added the leaves. So I punched them out in yellow paper, and I stamped them on green, and then I add the little birds. So once again, I punched it out in yellow, or I cut them out in yellow, and I stamped them one in red and one in black, and then layered them all up. And just to give you a little side view, you can see how it all gets layered up. How cool is that? I mean, I really, when I first purchased the set, I'm thinking, oh, tags and cards once again, but I really said to myself, why not? Why not use them on scrapbook pages? They make absolutely adorable embellishments, birds and leaves, absolutely cute. So I could have used them in more places in my book. I just, decided to kind of spread it out a little bit and not do it on every single page. But super cool idea to really use your things outside the box. They're not always just for cards. It's not always just for tags and small little things, but you can seriously go to town with this. Look at all the different sized birds and leaves and all the words. You can certainly do a whole book around this, or a whole mini album, whatever your heart desires. So think outside the box and do something different. This set I purchased from Eclectic Papery. And they're a wonderful new online company that you can purchase things online, which is great. You don't have to get to a store. Simply click online and shop, and they have wonderful other items that might interest you. So I'm going to leave their link at the bottom of this, actually underneath this video, so that you can click on them and check out and see what they have. And if you can see all the other stamps and die sets that they have to also for sale, which are really very, very cool. So I want to show you really quick how easy this is and how fun it is to do. What I did was I took the steel rule die, which matches the stamp, and that steel rule die has the leaf in there that I cut out, and I cut it out of yellow cardstock, so pretty simple. And then what I did was I took the coordinating stamp that goes with the die. I don't know if you can see it here on my Fiska's stamp. I love this stamp pad, by the way. I love this. This has foamy little areas here, and you'll see in a minute how nice that helps me to line everything up and stamp it. And I just took my regular green Memento ink, stamped up my leaf, and then we're going to flip this. You make sure everything is going the same way. Oops. And what you can do is, what I like with this is that these little foam pads here allow me to kind of move everything around to make sure that I get a nice even stamp. I don't want to stick my head in the way of the camera, but if you sit over it, you can see that exactly where it matches, and the foam little feet here allow me to kind of swivel, move around a little bit, which is great. So I know that I'm going to be stamping right on top of that die cut. They're clear stamps so you can see them. Make sure I have a good press. And there you go. How cool is that? Super easy, super fun to do. It's already cut out, so there's no fussy cutting. And that's exactly what you see that I used in my little area here. Absolutely love this stamp set. Had so much fun with it. And there's other stamps on there with other dies. There's the big bird. No pun intended. There's a big bird. There's kind of a little chunky bird. There's a smaller one. And then the leaf set here that I just did. And then you can interact that and kind of add and mix and match your sentiments and your other little leaf dies in here, with just some hearts in there, which are really super cool to work with. And you can see how I put mine together. So hopefully you have a chance to check that out on Eclectic Papery and grab a set and have some fun with it and post your own video.